What's up, YouTube? This is Steve Smiley, Team LFG, and I'm about to give you a deck profile of Karakuri's. It's a build that I last minute decided to make and change my other one, from into this like half an hour before locals today. And I've never tried some of the cards in it, but I've debated doing it, and I collected them just to have them for access. And let's just get into this. It's way different than all the other builds. I'll explain why after this, and just take a look, please. Let's get into this. Three Cyber Dragon. It's just like, even if you draw two of them, you have your Nanishi and Nispachi just to drop them and make 8s, or if you have your Instant Fusion and level 4, you can drop 3 monsters. Plus, if you have this, plus your Nanishi into Machine Dupe, you're literally probably going to win the game if they have no back row. And they do not have Maxi Agores. 3 Nanishi, like I just said, lady in the dress. It's broken. 3 Kurik. This card just makes, your opponent cringe. It's 17, it brings something back to make extra synchros and just drop more monsters. It just opens plays. Just, get into it, people. Okay, man, this is 3 Stratos, plus all the other searchers that you use. It's just how do you feel about having 7 cards to search through your hand? 2 Nispachi. I was playing 1 before, but I feel that with Instant Fusion Cyber Dragon and, even your Nanishi into a Levier or, Zen mains in my case, because I don't play Levier or Leviathan, it's just and you summon it switches if you really needed to, and if you need to, you top this when you have a random 8, you can make a goat go into attack mode and take 28, anything like that. 2 Gen X Neutron. I never really liked this in the beginning, and I still kind of miffy on it, but it's good to have there for Tengu or anything like Stratos if you want to crash, or something that just doesn't have as much attack. And it's a good searcher. 1 Watchdog. I kind of like the idea of 2, but I really don't think I will ever go past 1. You can always access it easy unless you draw it, and even if you draw it, you can initiate and just Instant Fusion, and then you'll still make 2 8s. 1 Nisamu, the Searcher. I know that people play 2. I've personally been through this a lot. I don't like it. It's just you should be able to do it without the help of this guy. You really should, and you have Kurik at 17. This is only 14, but it's a good out, right, to have. And I love grabbing this to make your first 7 with Nanishi, because then you have Kurik saved for when you need to drop them out with your synchros. And then 1 Gores, because I don't play a lot of back row, and it's always good for OTK's. For the spells, 3 Instant Fusion. A lot of other Karakuri decks don't play this. I don't know, ever since I started playing it, I loved it since my best friend Benny played it in the KMP format, and, they played 3 of these, 3 Sabosaurus, and it was broken. And then, the regular Karakuris came out to make it just pure Karakuri, and people stopped. I don't see why, because you just get an extra synchro. It's pretty simple. It drops complete nuts on everyone. 3 MST. Just so you can clear the way, OTK super fast. Keep it smooth. 2 Cash. I know I play Neutron and 3 of the other Searcher, but I really feel you need to get your OTK as fast as possible. This adds a switch for draw. It just, if they have the space, why don't you just play it? 2 Machine Duplication. This is the thing I added today, and the limiter removal, but I'll get into the limiter later. This was really broken when you're just like, like I said earlier, Cyber Dragon, Nanishi into this. You have a level 4 still. You're going to make a whole field of 5 monsters. And you can hit the Searcher that's like 500, it's like level 2. Your Nanishi, and you can hit Nispachi with it to get an extra one out. Dark Hole, Mind Control, Monster Reborn. Some stables. Oh, Heavy Storm. One Smashing Ground. I was playing 2 before because like first turn Thunder King really just like messes with you. But I side the second one, and you can make an 8, and like I guess it kind of wastes your thing, but not that many people main Thunder King other than plant players, and I don't have that many of my locals, so when I go to regionals and everything, it'll be different, but most of the time you can usually just deal with it. One limiter removal. This was the other card I added today. Like I said earlier, it's so fresh. I won a game today that I didn't think I was going to win just because I Kurek'd into a Nispachi. He switched himself from defense to attack. Let me draw a card from a burrito. I chained this in damage step after I attacked with Nispachi for 500, put him to 1,000, attacked with 56 for game. And like I've used this before, and you use it, and then you bring back with Kurik, you synchro again, and they're not there, they don't get destroyed, and you just like raped your opponent for a bunch of life points. Then one Pot of Duality. You get monsters in the grave, just good solid card, plus. Now my trap lineup, it's so basic, but it's so nice and like, I find it really fresh. 2 Solemn Warning. 1 Solemn Judgment, so the 3 Solemn Brigade. Then 1 Compulse for Exceeds and Synchros. I'm debating just turning this into a TT for like when they drop big plays on you and stuff like that. And, you just need to simply deal with something. But this gets rid of Stardust Dragon, and I had a problem with Stardust Dragon today a bit. I know I can make 8s to get over it, but at a time I didn't have the stuff to make an 8, and it was just bad draws. So that would have helped more than the TT. Yeah, I got the set extra ready, so yeah, let's just finish this. 2 Max C. 2 Thunder King for against TGs and like heroes for their Stratos and their E's and Rhoda. 1 Bottomless, 1 Deep Prison. I was playing 2 of each, but I don't know, they're not completely needed. You can usually just deal with 1 of each because you can make such boss monsters that you shouldn't need that much protection, especially when you play 3 MST heavy in main deck. You should be OTK'ing. 2 Mind Crush. 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mare for Dark World because I have a couple Dark World matchups on my thing, and it just, you need it. 1 Road for Light Sworn, and if you're going to really need to like support stuff, your back row, your monsters. 3 D-Fisher. Doesn't really hurt the deck. You can really rape like dragons and, well, especially the new dragons that are coming out, the Chaos ones. But like it stops like BLS plays being against you. Rabbit, even though they do use it, I find that, putting it against them if they don't expect it or they don't use it because they're noobs, you can really just like rape their ability to Pot of Avarice and, whatever they want to say is controlling the game, but you can really do it better with that. 1 Smashing Ground, for the Thunder King against you and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up putting it back in the main deck. I might even take out the 1 Compulse for it because it just does so many things. So 2 Burrito for the extra deck. 2 Burai. 1 Stardust. Trish. Landorus. I do not play Brachion. I play Nature Beast and the Turtle just because you don't really get to make a 6 easy without your level 4 and your 2 tuner. Oh, I'm sorry, just 2 monster and your level 4 tuner. So it's just like, there's sometimes you really can when you like, if you're Monster Reborn a monster and it happens to let you make Brachion, you're just like, I wish I could, but why would you fit something in that you can't make like consistently. 1 Black Rose, 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Hyper Librarian. This actually, I've never played it a lot until today with the machine duplication, because you drop like your level 2 tuner and leave search, and then you're like, next turn machine dupe with your level 3, make 3 3s, you make a 5, make a 7, draw instant fusion, whatever, make an 8, you draw like 3 cards. It just, you can really plus off it with this current build that I have out here. Then 3 Cybersaurs, and 1 Zenmains for my Exceeds. I was playing Leviathan Dragon before, but you really don't need to exceed that much, and Zenmains is just, it's there, it's helpful, and it pretty much does its thing. I don't play Commander Fortress Dragon, but I'm debating, adding it in, but there's not a lot of machine players on my store other than me. Some guy plays a couple of Malefics, the Cyber End ones that I'm pretty sure they're machine, but,